Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Challenge Accepted. And as you know, Shannon and I have been playing along with the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life all month. And this is the sketch for today, created by Sherry Rubini. And it's a deceptively simple sketch with a couple photos and like a banner across behind them, and then some strips above and strips below that don't go all the way to the end and then have different ending points. They're different lengths. And then three open florals in each corner with some other round bits and some splatters. So I'm gonna maybe kind of stick fairly close to this. I've got my photos here. They were taken on the same day, different settings. This is all the kids, Katie, Allie, and Barrett and Ava walking into a corn maze. And later that day, this was them sitting among the kind of tropical greenery that was at a restaurant that we ate at. So I'm gonna lay these down first. And I picked these two photos because it's not often that we see photos of these two together. There for a while, they kind of had a testy relationship. And let me get this kind of cut down a little bit. And I'm just gonna, because this is kind of the basis for where everything else is gonna go, I'm placing it first, and then we'll figure out what the rest is gonna happen. I'm gonna use scraps from my, and probably some pattern paper that you've seen fairly recently with, from my Mind the Scrap, or not Mind the Scrap kit, my ScrapBackwards kit, because that's bee and baby squirrel. I'm gonna use this bee and put it on the picture kind of right there, and the little trail is going to show. And I'm going to go ahead and put the baby squirrel over, maybe more on top of the pumpkins, because I want it it'll show up better on the pumpkins than it will there. Well, actually, that's not too bad. I'm gonna let it stay right there. Okay, now, the next thing I'm gonna do is the title, and it's gonna be Autumn Adventure, and I want the adventure to be right there in kind of a place that doesn't, and the autumn can kind of go right here. Or maybe right there, and we'll see. Maybe I'll put a strip. In any case, I want a strip of paper here because I want the bottom part of adventure to show up on it. So the widest piece of paper that I've pulled out to use is this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, and I'm gonna put it there. Let's see, I might put it down here. I think that will work. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna kind of curl it up on the ends. And then I'm going to put the adhesive just in the center part. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on here. And it's going to adhere to the photos, and then it's going to be lifted up from here. Okay. Now, let's see. I've got this on some foam. Let's do a few strips up there. I thought I would use this green next because it came from a paper pad and it has holes on it. Let me put this over here where it will be out of my way. I'm going to curl it up as well out on the ends, and then I'm going to put some adhesive in the center, and I'm going to slide it under. And let it be a little bit more out to the left than it is to the right here. And then I've got this red paper. Actually, I've also got some 12-inch sticker thingies, like, let's say, this little sheet of pumpkins, or tickets that have, and then there's a little pumpkin ticket on there. It's not all pumpkins, but I'm going to put it kind of right under here. Or do I want it right up here? Because I don't want to cover that much of it. Okay, so I'm going to put it, you know, if I take 2 off, then I can move it kind of over this way. And I'm not worrying about whether it's absolutely straight. I've got this piece right here, and I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to let it move maybe over here. That green seems to be higher on one side than it is on the other, and it's kind of throwing off that. I've got this piece, which I'm just going to cut right there and move it over here and kind of curl it up on the ends. I definitely wanted this piece on here. Because there's so many kind of vibrant dark reds in there. Let's see. I've also got this teal scallop strip. And I'm going to cut a couple scallops off, and I'm going to use those somewhere. I'm just keeping them. And I'm going to move that up kind of close to the red. Let's see. I don't want it to come out the same. Okay, there. And then I've got a yellow scallop bit. Although I think I should have another strip of paper going across there. Do I have any other strips? It doesn't look like I do, so let's cut one. Let's see. I've got this paper that I used yesterday. Actually, let's go with this I don't really want to do that. Let's see. I have, this one's kind of cute. It is a checkered paper, and I'm going to cut it about an inch. I've done most of the others at a half or 3/4. Let's go with that, and I'm going to cut it across here and put it kind of right there. And I'm going to curl it up and put the adhesive in the center. There. And then now I'm going to take this yellow scallop, which is a very different scallop from the blue, and I'm going to put it right. Actually, I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to find a 1/2 inch something to put right there. Let's go with this paper. I'm going to cut it straight here, and I'm going to let this be the length of it. There, that'll work, I think. And I'm going to cut the end straight. And I'm going to kind of curl it up. This one is going to be a little bit longer than some of the others. There we go. Okay, it looks kind of random-ish. Now let's do the embellishments. First, we're going to do the title. And I'm going to put it maybe right there where it overlaps this sticker border and that checkered paper. This is a Mrs. Brimble's sticker that came with a Dottie About Flair release last year, and I hadn't used it yet. Okay, now I'm going to see if there's anything on here that I want to use. I do like this, and I thought I could work it in right there, and then maybe use a small embellishment or a little word strip. I kind of like this word strip, and this is cut from Paper Snips number 11, which is a fall themed Paper Snips release from BrambleFox. So that says Country Air. This says Into the Wild. And I'm gonna maybe put that right here. I thought that was kind of appropriate. And then there's one that says best day. I'm going to glue this down a bit. I kind of curled it up too much and it's misbehaving. Okay, so I have the yellow, the red, and the brown florals for here. And I was thinking I would put them on top of flares. Let the flare show underneath. So let me just see if I like that idea. I can use this flare to prop up that photo, and then I can, and I picked some color matched flares. Not exactly matched, that's a different shade of brown, obviously. But I think the brown with the white polka dots showing underneath is kind of cute. I just have to be careful about the adhesive because the flare has a nice shiny surface, and the adhesive dries matte, which is great on paper, but what I need to do is just get it tacky and then not have any glue hanging out. Okay, so that's that, and it kind of shows the bee underneath. So now I'll get a yellow one and put it right here. Is that where I want that to go? I may move it a little more over there and put it under the little bee trail. There. And then get a little bit on there and spread it around till it's just tacky. And do that. And then the next one is red, and I've got a similarly colored, I know that's supposed to represent watermelon with the little seeds in it, but, and watermelon is a kind of a summer image. Let's see, I want that right there. So we'll put it here, get a little glue on there, and go like so. Okay. Now, and I have a couple images that I might want to superimpose on top of that, but let me see how this other side looks. So I've got the blue, and I'm going to put that right there. Let it get started with that. And an orange will go under. This is really, this looks like red, but it's really a dark orange. And I think that'll show. Let's see, I can maybe have that tucked under the title there. That works. And then I've got, it is not working. Put this over here on top of this. This is kind of a teal green. I'll just put it there. And that works on there. Okay, now let's see where this might want to go. it could go kind of like that. And have a scarecrow over on the other side. For a little interest there. And I'll tuck it behind the squirrel there. And I'm gonna put this pumpkin, this BrambleFox pumpkin, over here on top of that field of pumpkins. I'm gonna put a little glue, kind of following the little seams on the pumpkin so that it doesn't show. But I do have a speck of black, something or other, smursh back there. Okay, there. And then I've got this little sticker that says best day. And I thought it might be cute here with, I've got this little one that says fall fun, which maybe could go right there on that flower. This best day could actually go right here. So let me get a small piece of foam. I've also got a couple stars I might want to use. Let's see. So that can go right there. And in among there, I kind of want to put some other stickers. Kind of like that. There, and then I've got this little teal one, teal heart that says together, and that's kind of the point of my page, is that these two were together. Like I said, everything's fine now, and they're at the same school, and I think they're both glad that they are. But for a while they couldn't stand each other, and that may sound like strong language, but it's probably appropriate. I'm trying to look for just some kind of small bits that might like that. Could that fit in right there? It makes about as much sense as that makes down there, so why not? There. And then let's do this green star over here on the gold flower. Well, actually, let's do the green star up there because the next star is teal and I don't want to put it up there. So let's do that right there. And then we've got this teal star, and it could go maybe right there, overlapping that flower, kind of sticking out above it. And I'll let it look like it's floating up there, which is kind of the point. Now let's see if we can use these little tickets like right there maybe. And they're part of this border sticker. Kind of hide it behind the open flowers. I've got this bit of scallop that could maybe fit right there, and then I may be able to overlap or underlap that. Let's see. How about we do it more like on the side here, and I'll cut it so that it's just two, and we'll kind of slide it in between the photo and the mat. It's not fully open, and I'm losing some of the, okay, there, and then I'm gonna slide that one under there just to give it a little, you know, just kind of adding a little color. And then down here, I can maybe put this underneath there and let that be a spot for a something. How about a fussy cut flower? Let's do this blue flower. I like adding a little blue to it. We've got the blue truck and the blue, this blue flower in Flair up here. And this will be just repeating another color of blue, mixing blues. I hope that's okay with Sally. Let's see. And I've got the, I'm not sure what that is down there. Okay. I'll put that right there. It's a little bit bigger than I had anticipated. Let me see if I have anything else that I could. This is blue, but it's the wrong blue. I've got this thing that says Hello October, but I don't think I need it. I think this is fine down here. I am going to get a few enamel dots and add them. Let's see if I can pick that up. There's a little piece of something. Oh, it is the weed from inside those little things. Okay, let me put that there. And I'll put another one up here on there, and then I'll put one right here. And then, let's see, I'm not sure I'm crazy about those colors. Let's do these yellow ones. And I'll put a little green one there. And let's do a little green here. And a little tiny green there. And a big green right here. And I actually didn't put any up in there, and that's okay. I'm going to leave it. I had planned to do some splattering, and so let me, I'm actually gonna not do any splattering, and I'll tell you why. This is fairly thin paper. It's some of my, I'm using up stock before I order any more. And it's one of the last 4 sheets of white cardstock that I have. And I really didn't want to, I'm afraid the ink would just penetrate too deeply. So I could use some dots, but I think I'm not going to. Let me see if I think it needs anything. I'm getting a little, I want my title to kind of overlap that. It's chaotic and colorful and goofy, kind of just how I like it. I like that. I had thought I might use that strip, but it turned out I didn't really need it, so it goes back in the kit, as do these. And all I have left on this one is that red and white check, so I'll have to do something that especially looks good with that. And before I go on, I do want to add a little black. Let me kind of spread a few black. I just think those colors would look good offset by some black, not as necessarily part of those clusters, but nearby. And I'm going to put one right there. And I may as well go ahead and use my little black stars. I'll put one up here next to Fall Fun. Kind of let it stay there. And I'll put one down here. I like the splatters in the sketch because it looks like spots of black, which I would always enjoy using with a lot of bright colors. And I think this qualifies as having lots of bright colors. So let me put this one here. And there's a little smirch of glue there. Okay. And I'm going to use the rest of these black enamel dots just because I like what they add to the page. And I've got something stuck there. Let's put a few near this flower here. We'll just kind of leave it at that. Okay, I think we're done. I have my pen. I'm gonna stick it in the glue before the glue spills out. And it's a perfect page for an autumn adventure. And I've got little bits of fussy cut kind of hanging around. So there's a little bit of a close-up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.